Hello, hello. It has been a little bit. Okay, you can come up now. I have a keychain. I have Miss Ma'am right here. Apologize for missing yesterday. I was feeling a little down. I think I am still. I'm coming to the terms that um, my whole bug situation is causing me to have like my symptoms for the depression I already have has just gotten worse. I can already tell, like, even today I found out there was a little mistake I made, a little mistake at work that hopefully it'll be all be solved. In reality, this mistake actually will, I can spin it to be actually something positive for the 18 people that viewed this course because basically I got a credit wrong. I submitted it for the wrong credit type, but because this kind of credit is kind of rare for us to have, um, but we managed to recently, for the same series, this is a whole series thing, for the same series we managed to reclassify two previous ones. So they'll end up like it'll end up working that they'll end up having two of these because basically it's they need like one per a minimum, or they need one per specific special topic to in order to recertify, and like every year they have to like do their credits, or every 2 years they have to like do continuing education to maintain their certification. So in reality this actually works out because now we have two different types, and then they can just go back and say, oh, I because most of the I already looked at like three people, like because this is a series, they all probably they all probably saw the previous one, so I just need to just confirm that we can get that changed on the actual profile. I will email everybody that saw the course before, give them the happy surprise that they might not need to if they haven't already search for, they might not have to like look at another course for them, at least for that credit. So that'll be helpful. I just hope that it goes smoothly, that change, and then I'll just. I'm not. It mum's the word. As long as there's no issue with that, and I'll just like email them, surprise them, like, oh, just go back and make sure that those that class that you took, you can count it as that credit. Go ahead and go back and do that. Because we classified it. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. There's a cedar plate hanging, but yeah, I because of that, like it was a small detail. It's like, how did I miss that? And I think, yeah, like this week I've noticed definitely like this whole ordeal with the bug situation. It's getting to me, and like yesterday I had a really bad flare up of bites. The thing is, I saw them like days ago, and then they decided just yesterday to just flare up, and now they're gone, which is crazy how they are. But it's just like I'm just so fucking tired of these things. I am so fucking tired of these things. I'm so annoyed that the two fumigations I had done with a professional were moot. And it's because I'm pretty certain it's because they did a bad job. Because I was told I didn't have to put my bed frame up, and in reality, the guy wasn't even in there spraying everything like he should have. So it's just annoying. The mud. You know what? My abuela, she has been raving. She has gotten a mud room for her new place, and she's been raving about that mud room. Inspecting further, I see that there's a single nail hammered in the upper middle, almost like they wanted to like hammer it to the wall. Looks like this nail is for hanging things. You don't say. You don't say. What do you think this is? It's obviously a frame. These flat frames are made to enhance objects that are three-dimensional. So this is a frame for some kind of painting? Not necessarily a painting. It could be used to display anything. Just hang it on the wall, on the nail there, and you're done. Anything could become an art piece. Like they can hang our heads on there. They can decapitate us and hang our heads on the wall, and then it's art. There you go. And that's it. Feels kind of lazy to me. Well, as Duchamp's fountain showed, it's too much of a digression. Also, I don't even know what that is. I guess my art school failed me. In any case, it is a board to make something decorative. Thanks. Is there anything else other than the doors? Oh, what's up there? Why can't I select that? It's a sturdy shoe cabinet. I opened it, but couldn't find a single shoe inside. Instead, I find something black and cylindrical at the corner. Oh, charcoal. This one fine charcoal. Seems like Miroku is quite the hobbyist. Did that move? Or am I crazy? I might be going crazy. I look through the bottom section as well and find a can in the back. It's apparently a spray can. Looks like spray paint. Seeing that it's an old place like this, I assume it's not just art supplies. Spray paint. Okay, maybe I just was crazy. Maybe I was just trying to see it more. It would have been cool. It would have been cool. Open the door in the living room and step inside. Anything spooky? Laughing girl that I probably... Oh, there it was. It's like, there's the spooky. I was like, a laughing girl that I probably didn't even see because I'm blocking it. Normal looking ordinary sofa. Checking around the sofa near the bottom. Hand warmer. Oh, my friend, for my birthday, he had given me these nice hand warmers that are like... you know what, actually? I should probably charge them up because today I ended up coming home from the office early to work the rest of the day at home because it was just too cold. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tonight because now it's starting to get cold. And the main problem is it's not even like, because it was like 70 degrees, which borderline cold for me. But in the office, when it gets cold outside because of the air conditioning, it gets cold inside, like extra cold. And because the building is so big and we can't control our own thermostat, because they closed, it's in the next room because they basically they closed it off to make more suites. So it doesn't even make sense to turn on the heater because also it's the whole building that's cold. So it would take just so long, and then once it's heated up, people start complaining that it's too warm. I'm fine with the heat, but a lot of other people aren't, so I'm stuck with it being cold. I can use this. I can use this. I am going to do that tomorrow. Clock. An old pendulum clock. Pendulum swings without stopping. I think I hear it. I think I hear the clock. Or I'm imagining it. It's a wooden storage shelf. I tried pulling the door, but it won't open. Seems to be locked. Alright. Think you can do this one? I turned around to ask what Rose did. Peaceably. Stand back. Rosie whipped out some thin tools from her pocket and she opens the lock in just about 10 seconds. Sorry for the wait. Open sesame. It's like a magic trick. I'm happy that I'm able to entertain you. Well, she is a magician. I open the door. Sailor uniform and cute socks. These look like children's clothes. Did Morocco have a family? I didn't mention anything about that. This happenstance looks like there's an odd bulge in the curtain. Check the curtain. Yes. Pull the curtain back to see what's causing it. Nothing. Huh? Nothing's here. No sign of anything that's causing me to get cold. Huh? No sign of anything that's caused the curtain to bulge. Even things out the window look normal. So it's just a wrinkled or something? Oh, come on. Don't act facetious. We know exactly what was in there. Colorful flyer on the floor stands out from the eerie background. Out of curiosity, I pick it up. I read quickly the flyer. Kiyoji Ballet School Recital. March 3rd, 1999. Kiyoji Center Hall starts at 1 o'clock. Doors close at 1:30. There's a girl dressed in white in a ballet pose with her legs raised high. Looks like the flyer is for a children's ballet recital. Children's ballet. The atmosphere of this place is more suited towards Japanese group. I take a closer look at the flyer. First act, a collection of pieces, ballet, others. Second act, Lock This King. Second act will feature girls who are too young to wear pointed shoes. Oh. Please enjoy their energy and spirit as they perform adorned in adorable colors. Was this stuff written for the second act? Is it Latin? Jesus Tesoro? But that's actually French. Like this gun, Duck Lake? Judging from the name. I don't know French. That's just what I guess. It must be adopted from Swan Lake. They'd probably make a little ingenious baby ducks instead of swans and dance it out. Seems like a show designed to showcase their energy as opposed to grace. Ducks sound a lot less impressive than swans. Yeah, but ducks are cute. It's kind of like Princess Tutu. Oh, you think so? That stubby body, those adorable orange beaks and feet, the way they shoot through the water. Ducks are far cuter than swans. That's true. Swans are actually quite vicious. They look graceful, but they're a bit vicious. If I were to receive a gift, hello, Ronan. I would prefer ducks over swans. I remember, like, back in the day, my friend, Myra was her name. It was in the cul-de-sac I lived in when I lived in San Jose. Her family had got them 2 chicks and 2 baby ducks. And I remember they ended up needing to, like, as they grew up, because the ducks started bullying the chickens, as they grew older, they had to actually, they gave them to like a farm, like just an open farm. They gave the ducks away because they were bullying the chickens. And we also discovered that baby chicks will eat anything, including KFC. All good today? Yeah, yesterday I'm noticing that like the bug situation, it it's been getting to me. So because I've been reading up on it, and like since I already have like the depression issue, having the bugs actually can make it way worse. And yeah, yesterday I was just tired, and when I get to that point, I know I'm just gonna be quiet during a stream. I'm not gonna chat up everybody, and it's just not fun. Um, for everybody else. Like I would probably enjoy just concentrating and like, but it wouldn't be a fun stream. So that's why I chose not to. But today I'm feeling better, even though I discovered I made a tiny mistake that hopefully will just be resolved tomorrow. So at work. But I am going to just blame all of the things I've needed to work on, and just my brain has been kind of scattered lately with the whole bug situation. So, but I've learned my lesson with that little mistake. I won't make it again, and yeah, it's pretty like fixable. Like in reality, it's probably going to help out like our the people who took the course anyway, because it's part of the series. Basically, I explained it a little bit earlier, but basically, because we have the normal credits and then there's special credits, and we recently reclassified 2 courses in the same series, and I accidentally just like I submitted this one course to be a different credit than what it's supposed to be. So but in reality, it just means that those people who took that course will now have that credit, but most of them most likely all took the previous courses, because this is the last the course in question is like the last course of the series, and we reclassified just recently 2 previous courses that they most likely took. So in reality, they actually gain an extra credit with a whole different like credit type, so they don't have to go and like scramble to search for another one, because we reclassified the previous ones. The previous ones that most likely all of them looked at, because it was a series. So with them, they will be fine. I just hope that this just changing it in the people that need that, offer, like, basically allow us to make it a credit and everything. I just hope that they just make it a very seamless change. I'll email the 18 people. It's only been 2 weeks. It'll be fine. But it kind of also just made me realize, like, okay, I'm getting a little scattered and everything. Because like today I ended up, I've just been feeling very scattered. So because like all of my concentration's on these fucking bugs, like on the weekends and everything. It's just really annoying, because now I'm starting to feel like they weren't eradicated yet again. So it's just, if you can, I really strongly hope that I hope that no one has to deal with these bugs. It has been helpful. I've been going on Reddit because other people are dealing with the same problem as me. So it's not just me, but man, some of these guys, I saw this one person that said that they were battling them for like 5 years. And it's like, no, please, no. I will just get rid of the frame. Maybe next year I'll just have to like save up some money, not like pour in all into my student loans, and just like buy a new frame and everything. If I have to, I will do that, because it's just really annoying. They're really fucking annoying. No one's gonna buy you either of those. I mean, maybe I can find her a duck. I took the flyer just in case. Ballet flyer. So yeah, that was just that. But other than that, the weekend was good. Like I said, been feeling kind of scattered, so it's been hard to get myself to like focus on what I need to like craft and make, which is also annoying. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to focus. What's it now? Pillow on the bed. Digging under the pillow, I immediately feel something. Oh, peanut mask. A null mask? Oh man, that does remind me. I did actually get to see. We got to see one act of a no play when I was in Japan. We had like a school trip. I remember. So they actually do it. I don't know if you've ever seen an anime or something. It kind of looks like a ladders thing. It's like a chutes and ladders kind of thing. I don't know how they determine. I don't know if it's like based on like when you hit a point you have to go a certain way or something. But I remember they used that in order to, because only 2 people out of the entire class could put on these costumes for no during our field trip, because it was we were going to a theater in Osaka while we were in Kyoto. And I remember I didn't realize that this was even happening. I remember just rushing over to the street and like signing my name. I was the last person, and somehow I won. I don't even know. My Komaida luck happens again or something, but I ended up winning. And then also for a different costume wearing thing that we did, because this particular class was like a performance class. So we went to Bunaku. We saw Bunaku, like an act for Bunaku, and then also No, which is a type of place, a style of play. What's this doing here? I don't know, maybe he's interested. No. Is that bug? Oh, it's a boom box. It reminds me of the little bug boxes, the little box that you would get with the colored lid to capture bugs. I remember my father caught me a dragonfly. He told me he just came home with one of those boxes with a dragonfly in it. Unfortunately, it died because I had no idea how to feed it. We didn't have anything to feed it. But I remember him telling me how he caught it. He told me that he was in the parking lot and he just snatched it out of the air and then he gave it to me. So. There's a drawer on the table of the boombox sitting on the top. Let's examine the boombox. Looks like there's a cassette tape inside. I eject the tape and take a look. There's just a single letter written on the label. What a creepy tape. Would you mind playing it? I'm curious about what's recorded. Sure. I place the cassette back into the slot and hit the play button. Well, I hope that your weekend was good. Seems like no matter how many times I press on it, it's not going to play anything. It's broken. Man, this room is just reminding me of maybe I had a creepier childhood than I remembered. And there was one time I remember back in the cul-de-sac thing in San Jose. My friend and I, we had like a cassette tape kind of thingy, kind of like that, but it was like white. Been busy. Oh, because of the holidays coming up? Man, I'm looking forward to that 4-day weekend so much. But basically, I remember my friend and I, it was a cassette tape and it was playing Scary Stories. Tuesday was scrubbing the bath day. Oh, I need to scrub my bathtub. I need to do a nice deep cleaning of my bathroom. But and also I need to snake my bathroom. Even though I always like instead of like letting it just drain, I always kind of pull the loose hairs out and like place them outside to throw them out after the fact. For some reason, there's always hair in the drain. But yeah, with the cassette tape, I remember my friend and I would play scary stories and stuff, and I remember we like left it out and we left it on when we both had to. I think like her mom had to had called her for something. Nicole was her name. And then I basically how it worked was I always had to be within sight of my mom. So if she couldn't see me, she would open up the door and yell out for me. If she couldn't see me through a little window near the front. So I always kind of had to like I would not like always remain in sight, but I would only be out of sight for a little bit. I always had like this anxiety if I need to like get back within sight for her because we were quite far away. She wouldn't have been able to see me. So I went and did that. And then when we came back, like an hour later or something, the cassette tape player was broken, and it was like the way that it was playing the tape was all weird, like it was backwards or something. It was freaky, because this was in broad daylight too. It wasn't like it was that long. Um, but also like we were in this little kind of island thing of a roundabout, and there was a house that we all suspected was haunted because we never saw anybody go in and out, but the light would always be on. Maybe. I flipped the boombox over and checked the battery compartment. It's empty. Doesn't have any batteries. Of course it doesn't work. I'll open the drawer. Inside there is a 6 of incense neatly put away. Thanks. In the corner I see a square metal box sitting. What's this? A cigarette case? Oh, battery. Oh, there's been quite a while since I've seen one of those. It's like one of the big like D ones, not the D, like the flat square D ones. You know what it is? A battery, and a pretty old type at that. What's wrong? Just curious. How old are you? That's rude. I'll leave it to your imagination. I mean, for me, I don't really mind when people ask how old I am, but I know usually it's like seen as rude to ask a woman their age. I'll check this bed first. It's a high-class Western style bed. Take a look around the bed. I find something that looks like a massive hair under the bed. Ew. A clump of stiff hair. Stiff? What is this? I think this might be horsehair. Ah. Commonly used for something like the bowstrings of a violin. Yep. Horsehair can be used for that and also paintbrushes too. How can you tell? I learned how to play a number of instruments in the past. Perhaps I may not look the part, but I was born into a pretty wealthy family. You look the part. I have a good foundation of knowledge concerning most high culture, including music. You're just splooting, Miss Sploot, Miss Sploot. You're just a sploot, sploot, sploot. Well, why don't you take it with you? Might prove useful later on. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the batteries. Take out the battery and put it inside the compartment in the back. Thankfully, the battery types were the same, so it fits without any issues. Oh, almost like the battery was there for it. Alright, how about now? I press the play button, but... What? You're kidding, it's useless. Well, and maybe it needs to be rewound. What about using the flashlight's batteries? I realized they wouldn't fit. Perhaps there's not much battery life left. Rubbing it or warming it up will put some charge back into it. So we put a flame to it. No, don't ever do that. Don't ever, I'm joking, do not ever put a flame to a battery. Hand warmer. Hand warmer? Hold on, warming it up. And then, there you go. I use the hand warmer. I have this. Open the bag, crumple it, and place it on the battery compartment on the back of the bamboo box. I suppose that's logical, but it's not the best way to do this. Shut up! We just need to warm the thing up right. Once the battery felt warm enough, I tried pressing the play button again. Then... It's a recording of a kidnapped girl report. They refer to the victim as Child T, age 13, long hair, was wearing a white one-piece dress on the day she went missing. She was last seen heading home from a ballet class practices in Kisoji. The report mentions that it's been a month, and the case is now partial public investigation. From that point, the newscaster just rehashes information about the incident. Once the news moves to the next topic, the reporting cuts off. First I ejects the tape from size. I see, hence the T. The owner of this house seems quite intriguing. So, Miroku? Why would he have a tape recording about a specific child kidnapping? I wonder why. Not like I haven't seen... Well, actually, yeah, some killers do, actually. They do tropes, and they like to remember. Here's no matter how you look at it. Why make a recording of the news about a kidnapping incident? Once again, ballet. Becoming too much to be a coincidence. Well, as his daughter, if he has a daughter, we'll see. Oh, suddenly the phone rings loudly. I can't see it anywhere near. Intriguing. Let's answer it. Guess I'll look for it. Here it is, the phone. There's a black phone on top of the storage cell. I don't remember every detail of this room, but it definitely felt off. This phone wasn't here when we came through. Was it? Not here? What's going on here? We're in the house to answer that question, are we not? Someone or something wants us to answer the phone, so why don't we take the call? Let me save. It is a nice touch that it continues, the sound continues. You probably know that I'm a puss. self. Hello. Please don't scream in my ears. The phone suddenly goes dead. Earthquake? A sudden wave of dizziness hit me. I finally hanged the phone. When I came up to my senses, I noticed that my hand is covered in sweat. Damn, what the hell was that? Who was calling me? Don't know. The person hung up immediately.